Good day, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Barbara Herndler, and today I'll be providing you with some insight about my experience as an engineer, what it means to be a female engineer, and what it takes to be a superwoman in the world of engineering. Once upon a time, there was a little girl who was born and raised in South Africa. Yes, of course, it was me. And when I grew up, I did not know what I wanted to be. And since my handwriting was so bad, I thought I was destined to become a doctor. However, my curious mind led me to the world of engineering, which opened up my mind to endless possibilities. So I ventured out into the world and came across the University of Cape Town, where I decided to pursue my studies. In my class, I was mostly surrounded by other men, and I certainly felt outnumbered. But this did not deter me, and in the end, I graduated with 2 degrees. I then decided to look for a job in order to apply the knowledge that I had learned, and luckily, it did not take me too long until I found one. I then started working at a company called Eskom, which is the only electricity supply company in South Africa and is responsible for the generation, transmission, distribution of electricity for the whole entire country. As my first job, I worked at a coal-fired power station where I gained lots of knowledge and experience about the various systems and processes which are required to generate electricity. I then moved on to the distribution environment where I was responsible for the improving of the performance of the distribution network with regards to the reliability KPIs. 6 years later, I decided to embrace a new challenge and I eventually moved to Vienna. I now work as a research engineer at the Austrian Institute of Technology. So here I am, a real engineer, a female engineer in an interesting world. And when people ask me what I do for a living, they often respond by saying, "But you're female," or simply, "But you don't even look like an engineer." So that brings me to the next question. What exactly is a female engineer? Well, of course, it's a noun, but I would say it's somebody who solves the world's problems and looks good doing it. Now, as funny as that may sound, it can of course extend to the male engineers out there, or at least some of them. Growing up as a young girl in the 1990s, girls were expected to play with dolls and Barbies, while boys were playing with cars, planes, and Legos. This cartoon shows a perfect example of how we perceive the world as girls and what is considered to be girl things, and what they are supposed to wear when they do these girl things. However, in the end, it is rather that she is doing exactly what she wants, which is totally unexpected. She is being exactly what she wants to be. So this brings me to the next question. What does it mean to be feminine? At least, what does it mean to be feminine to society? Well, of course, to society, we see a lot of stereotypes, both positive and negative. Here we see a collection of the typical stereotypes of what femininity means to society. These perceptions can be made by either someone who is not feminine or who is feminine, someone who is female, and of course someone who is not. However, femininity does not need to be defined by society. The most important question is, what does femininity mean to you? Society tries to define us as women in such a way where we are expected to take on so many different roles in life. This may mean having a full-time job, taking care of children, performing household tasks such as cooking, cleaning, shopping, etc. But let's face it, ladies, we are busy people, right? Well, in the words of Marina Simone, if we're going to be busy, let's do it in style. Let's be a glow-getter. A busy woman that knows her worth, slays her goals, and leaves a glow on other women wherever she goes. That brings me to the next question. Does it have to be hard hat or heels? Why not? Don't you think it could be both? For example, now I'm not saying that you should go to a construction site wearing your best party shoes. Remember, safety first. But what I mean to say is that you can still be an engineer without losing your femininity. So what does that mean to be a superhero? What does it mean to have superpowers? Well, here I will provide you with 5 characteristics which, based on my experience, can help you survive the engineering world. Number 1, never stop learning. Keep your curious mind and keep discovering. Because what they say is really true. You are never too old to learn. Be confident in yourself. Believe, especially when no one else does. You can achieve anything you put your mind to, and don't let anyone else tell you that you can't. Don't be afraid to make mistakes, because from every mistake, there is always a lesson to be learned. Embrace the challenges and create your own opportunities, because you never know what you might achieve when you do. Establish a network. The world is big, but at the same time, it is also small. Having a network allows you to see different perspectives and learn from other people, which of course helps you to grow. Identify which connections matter to you and learn from shared experiences. I would also recommend that you connect with a mentor early on in your career, and also to be one in order to share your own experiences with others. And lastly, of course, have fun. Don't take yourself too seriously. Being an engineer is one of the most exciting careers out there. Trust me. With these characteristics in mind, I challenge you to go out into the world and, of course, become another superwoman in the world of engineering. Thank you very much.